Let's go.
So mean.
Allegedly.
Hey, what's going on? You might not recognize me. I'm got my hats are in the washing machine. Yeah, and here's Chasing Truth and me, Gray Hughes. You can see our names below there. We're going to be discussing a couple of walkthrough on the property of Don and Candus Wells that Crackin Cases filmed, and we're going to show those on the screen. So maybe if you have
Thank you to Cam and Allie for letting us use this. I don't know if they're going to be in the chat. Hopefully they will be. In case we have any questions, they've been up there. They spent about 3.5 hours up on the property, and were able to talk to Don and Candus, and they were able to show us a larger view of the property that we'd never seen.
Yeah.
So,
and people are actually wondering if they go, Gray, you do have hair.
you do have hair.
But look at this new feature that a Chrome plugin is pretty crazy. Look, everybody, if there's a comment we want to highlight, just like on that StreamYards has, but this is with OBS Studio. Look above my head. I have it above my head because it extends across if it's a long sentence. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that somebody was that creative to do that finally.
Yeah, no, it's amazing because that's basically I bought StreamYards one time just because I was like, man, that's such a cool feature. And
it is.
But everything else isn't as good. So now I don't know if I'm going to go back to StreamYards.
Now you're happy. You can click everybody, which is awesome. Hello to everybody in the chat. He looks younger without his hat and visor, huh? Right here. Looking kind of young over there, my friend.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Now he's never going to wear it again.
Yeah. It's part of the look, though. I was telling Chasing Truth at CrimeCon about 2 years ago. I was there, and nobody recognized me at all because I didn't have my hat on. And Morph said, "Hey, Gray,
that's weird, right?
Gray, put your hat on." And then all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh, hey, Gray!" You know, it's like,
there he is.
Wow.
Hey, Steel Cross, good to see you, cousin.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to just start playing.
Let's do it, and we'll pause if we've.
Yes, Connie, you
areas, but.
Yes, yes, Connie, you are blocked. I'm just kidding.
Cam and Allie are here. Where are they?
That's funny. Am I blocked?
Crackin Cases. There they are.
Are they in there?
We haven't missed much yet. So, again, Cam and Allie went to the Wells property. They were not searching. That's not what they were doing there. They went because they wanted a view of the property, and they were close enough to be able to do that. And in doing so, they found these other trails. That damn bus, right? There's a trail right there. Yeah. And we never have gotten to see these. You've seen it if you were on Cam and Allie's, obviously. But we wanted to go over them because, as we know, Gray Hughes is 80% accident theory, 20% abduction. And I'm probably 70% abduction, 30%, I don't know what the hell happened. So there we are. Yeah. But seeing these trails really made me think, wow, wait a minute here. This makes it a little different.
I think it's a little weird. I'm sure TBI and the police are aware of these trails, but it's strange how nobody in the media nor any of the interviews that people have been able to get out there have they ever bothered to show these alternate trails. Don's even the one who filmed the dog trail, right? I'm not sure why everybody was so I think the dog trail was interesting because it was right near the basement door.
Well, also too because they believed that her scent was on the dog trail.
Oh yeah,
right.
That's right.
So, to me, if her scent was there, it was good to show that. But these trails, And the way that they show how the driveway is right there, and that trail is right there. Another thing that they said was they were right there on the property with Candus, and Don drove up the driveway. They never heard him. Never heard him until he was on them. I found that fascinating because everybody was like, there's no way, it's impossible that anybody could have come near that property without the dogs going crazy, without hearing them. Another thing, the dogs weren't even there. There was one pregnant dog there while Cam and Allie were there. So the dogs do run off, just like they said.
Yeah.
So at least we know those things are true so far. The dogs do. You know, everybody made a joke. Oh, what'd the dogs do? Go on vacation? Well, they're wild dogs. They're not house dogs. You know, they're not house dogs. So.
All right. Let's see.
Are you telling people to spell your name
Look
right?
at Crackin Cases.
Spell his name however you want.
Crackin Cases. Yeah, I respond to Gary, Craig, whatever. But he's making an excuse. He said that he put in. He said he used voice. Come on now.
He does use voice.
Oh, okay. I'll cut you a break on that one. All right.
All right. Let's go.
Right here. Wait. That's not gonna work. Hold on one second. Let me see if it. The audio.
All right. This is the path. Let me show everybody where it's. All right. Here's the driveway. Here's the house right here.
That was a great
Here's
video.
The driveway. I'll turn this way. This is a path that comes up from the back side of that driveway. This is not the dog trail, but this is the path that will go. It's a huge spider web right there. This is a path that used to be able to take vehicles.
I'm going to rewind it a little bit just to get. I want to check where that is really quick. Hold on. In my mind.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's the driveway.
That's their driveway.
Here's the house right here.
The house.
Okay, so from here, I think they're over like that, kind of, right? Like
I don't know how they are.
Well, I'm looking at this. Well, I'm looking at the side of those windows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's the swing, so they must be around over on this side, like this. Yeah, there you go.
It does end up connecting to the driveway. Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
Here's the driveway. I'll turn this way.
Oh wow, that one almost goes down to the highway.
Mm-hmm. This is a path
Beach Creek
that
Road.
Comes up from the back side of that driveway. This is not the dog trail, but this is the path that will go. It's a huge spider web right there. This is a path that used to be able to take.
Was that the shed there?
Too.
Pause. Yeah. What was that there, Cam or Allie? I don't know which one of them's in the chat, but right there is another shed.
Yeah, how many sheds are these?
Right here.
It almost seems like that's the back side of the shed that they said Don was in. You know, Chris said that.
See, I thought that was on the other side, but maybe not.
Because if you look at what I was just saying, here's the swing. Wasn't the shed right over? Well, no, that was down here, though. The shed was out on top. Yeah, because there. What is that? Yeah, because that's like in the woods, sort of, right?
Yeah.
There's a shed.
There is. This is a white two-car garage, a huge one. Okay, so right beside you is a two-car garage, and then the trail is right beside it. So, okay. Somebody could be right there and not be seen at all.
Yeah.
This is
right there.
That used to be able to take vehicles up too, Don stated.
Oops, let me get you that.
And this goes all the way down to the shed, down at the bottom of the hill that everybody has seen. The shed everybody has seen. I don't think that nobody's seen this path, but this goes all the way down and wraps around to down there. You can come out. There's 2 creeks down there. I'm going to show you from the other side. Damn it, big old spider. I'll show you the other side of it. Let me get this spider web out of the way. Let me get a stick and I'll get this big old spider web down.
I don't think he likes spiders too much.
All right.
He's like, what in the world?
I mean,
This is huge spider web.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
He's like, get this out of here.
All right, I'm going a little farther.
Thank you, reluctant healer.
Here's some of the boys' toys so that you can tell they've traveled this area. Some more of the boys' toys. So you can see that this area has been frequented.
Yeah, there's toys and everything down there.
Well, that's kind of a good point that Super Chat made. It's like, how do we know what trail the scent ended at, particularly, now that there's all these other trails, you know?
Yeah.
How do we know that that was the, quote, dog trail?
I think one of the handlers was on one of the
there's
channels.
huge spider webs, and I think since the boys...
I'm not sure which one.
Uh-huh.
I believe. Does anybody know which channel had that dog handler? Also, somebody said, who cares about a trail? Well, you should, because all of these trails are hidden. We've never seen them. We assume there was a dog trail and a driveway. That's what we assumed from what we knew thus far in the case, making it possible but very unlikely that anybody could have come on that property. Now, thanks to Crackin Cases, we're seeing these other trails.
Oh, yeah. It's just all over.
And they're connected to the driveway. There's so many places to hide here. It was true crime with Natasha Koopa had the dog handler on. Okay.
The one that was there?
I think it was the one that was there. Yes.
And they were able to
well,
say...
Dave, I know Dave Rader discussed it on Duty Ron as well.
But were they able to say that that was the dog trail by the generator there?
I think I need to go back and listen to be positive.
A bit here to be able to travel this.
Yeah, let me boost the audio up a little bit. You can tell it's really low over here on the...
You don't have spiders in here. No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. We're going to walk down here. This is cleared out. It's not hard to get down whatsoever. Guys, I didn't even know about this part of it. And this would be so easy for somebody to walk up and sneak or run down too. Even carrying a child. Correct, Allison. It actually looks like it's been traveled pretty often, except for these weeds that are right in the middle.
Yeah, and that wouldn't keep anybody from making it up there.
Not at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna travel the whole thing down. Because I'm gonna give it justice. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna give it to you the right way.
Good.
This hasn't even been filmed ever before. And this is a perfect spot that somebody could come up.
I agree.
And if she was on her swing by chance, go ahead, Allison, say that.
If she was on her swing or she was at the swing, somebody could easily go straight to her.
All right.
It's in
So
direct
here's
view
a
of that
break-off
swing.
path that would go back down towards the driveway.
Yeah. That's straight up.
I mean,
That
can
goes
you turn around and see the swing from there?
Right back to the driveway that would come
I think
out
on their way
Hill
back up, you can see it.
Road. Let me show you a little better right here.
Oh, there you go.
This little area, this camera's not giving it justice. But this right here goes back around to the road. And this here It's not steep whatsoever.
Did you say
No,
that Don
it doesn't look steep.
Don used to take his truck down here. We wanted to state that. This ground is soft.
It's very soft.
Yeah, well, somebody will say. Let's check this out right here. Look here. From the house down, there's the shooting house. There's the shed. Tell me that. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm zooming. Tell me that this. Let me zoom back out.
And this is the way that the boys traveled down whenever they
This is
came
what
down to the creek.
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
looking for Summer that day.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
how they
zoom
went down.
back in.
That's where Don came upon them, I guess.
The
he
light
says.
went up.
at the bottom of the property.
Yeah.
Okay, see this? You followed this trail. This is where we're at. This comes from the back side of the house down. And that goes right up to the shed. Anybody could walk up there get to a vehicle. Why this wasn't covered before, I'm astounded to why this hasn't been covered before.
So that shed is the
This
one that
really,
Dawn
really
was
bothered-
talking about.
Is that even a shed? It looked like just.
No, that's a shooting. You know, it's like a
Oh yeah,
where
like
you hunt,
a blind,
hunting
like
thing.
a blind. Yeah.
But then the white thing, is that the shed that when he's talking about I drove up to the shed at the bottom of the property?
Way up there.
Yeah, that's not really up though if that's the bottom of the property
Uh-huh.
because you just went down.
Yeah, but you said a shed. You said you're talking about this thing right here, right?
Yes, that white shed.
Yeah.
Is that the shed that they were talking about when he says I drove up and saw them at the shed near the creek? I think it is. Yeah, they're saying yes, that's the
That
one.
seems so
Okay.
high up in the air, that thing.
No, it's it's off in the distance too, so the perception is
I
different.
mean, it
But
could just be the angle. I don't know.
Hey,
But
country.
but you know, notice how you can't see the top of it.
Crackin Cases says yes, that's the shed.
But is the shed uphill from where you're standing, Crackin Cases? Because I mean, you can't see the roof of it. It's like if it was down even, you'd be able to. Let me just see what he says.
Well, you also got to think you just went downhill, too.
Mm-hmm. So I thought the shed would. How would it be at the bottom of the map? See, that's why I wanted the map out at the same time to be able to figure out exactly where he's walking on these trails, and then we could easily see all this stuff.
It's pretty much level. It's just the perspective, he says.
That's just bizarre looking at that.
This really, really bothers me. That nobody took the time to look at this trail. Goes right back down past the shed that Don was supposedly hiding in. This is one of a bunny rabbit stuffed animal that is buried right there in the
And
dirt.
once again, this ground is very soft, so it wouldn't take
Is
long
that-
for it to work its way down in there.
All right, guys, we'll have more for you. But this is down here at the shooting house. Thank y'all. Oh, before I stop, here is the other house. Down here. A straight shoot up to another house on Ben Hill Road.
Whose house is that?
This is the creek.
Yeah, let me look at something.
Is that the drug house? Cam?
Okay, they're talking. He says he's on Ben Hill Road. So he say he's over here.
The shed's on Beach Creek.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was saying before, because back here is where they were going down, and then Beach Creek is maybe it's this shed right there. That one. Is that is that the shed? Let's look.
No, that looks kind of far. You don't think?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but
Yeah, and we don't. When was this updated?
that's just a
Well,
whole
not
different
matters.
type of
Crackin
shit.
Cases says Mary Goad, I believe. Wait. Mary Goad, you believe that that's her house?
Okay, there's a shed here or something. I don't know what these are. You know, that's a problem. Is that a shed or a house? You know, this, I outlined his property. This orange was his property before.
Gray, do you mind if for this live I give Crackin Cases a wrench so that they're not on slow mode? Because we're asking them questions.
Oh,
so
yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Crackin, you can type all you want now.
Start right. Cracking.
Yes. So wait, you just showed us a house. Are you saying that you believe that that house is Mary Goad's house? And is Mary Goad the neighbor who heard the screams? Welcome, Tracy.
Welcome.
Yes, it's on Ben Hill Road and the shed is on Beach Creek. So her house is on Ben Hill Road. Okay. Goad.
Maybe it's this house right here, this one.
All right, Goad, though, is Dawn's mother's last name. So the neighbor is a relative of Dawn's?
No, it's just another Goad. I mean, how many Goads are there? I've never even heard that last name before.
Oh, you haven't? Yeah, because you're not a crazy person like us who digs into everything. Goad was Dawn's mother's husband. They were buried together. Mary may be the sister. Yes. Yes, we can put him on panel. We just want to get through this. Welcome, Nisi. This is the one that they were having a dispute with over the property.
Yeah. But that first, originally he was over here, so he walked down this way. I don't know where he went though. That's the thing, is he went like this, it seemed like. He didn't go towards Simpson Road. So this is Ben Hill Road. I don't remember him walking anywhere near this direction watching that video. I mean, it's he was over here when he was first shooting that shed. Did he walk over?
But look at, stop. See where you have swing? Look directly kind of up into your left of the swing,
yeah, right there.
And that shows a house. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
the one
that
I was
might
just,
be
that's
that might be the right one, yeah.
Well, that looks like a shed because I just showed that on the screen a minute ago.
The house is up the power line. He said follow the power lines.
Okay, is this the power lines right here? Or right there? I mean, there's two different sets of power lines.
Well,
oh, right there, maybe? Oh, maybe.
No.
Maybe he's looking up that to that.
That's kind of far. I think he's looking right there. Right there. Stop right there. Yes. That's it. Right there.
All right. So where do you want me to put the pin? Right on this thing?
Wait. People are saying no, the other side. Crackin Cases says yes, that's it. Okay.
This one right here?
Yeah, put that pin there and put Mary Goad.
That's a shed, though. Oh, man.
You think that's a shed and not a home?
Well, just look at it. I mean, when I was on the ground, it looked horrible. I mean, I guess, but look. That's a house.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Maybe, I guess it is a house.
Ew, what the hell is that?
I guess maybe it is. There's a door and a window.
And is that the shed or the house? Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
The pin is on the shed. The house is the other way. Okay. Change that pin to say shed. It's all a work in progress, people.
Yeah, that's what we were going to try to do here, is do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm only reading Cam's comments. Okay. He was there. I'm not reading anybody else's as far as this goes because he was there. And now he said the house is the other way.
How did that person get a yellow like that? That's weird. Okay, when you say the other way, which way, what does that mean?
The other one. See where the swing is?
Uh-huh.
Look at that little house. All right.
There's a swing. And then there's a house here. There's a house.
Stop. Listen, if you don't stop moving your maps around, sir. See, go to the... I'm going to kick your ass. Down there, there's that little house.
This one?
Back up that cut there. Back up that cut there.
Okay, which one? Which one are you talking about?
Oh, my Lord.
Just give me north, south, east, west type of thing.
Just hold on. Hold on, because I can't do this. This is going to drive everybody friggin' berserk.
I'm just gonna, you know what? If I was watching his video again, I would pay attention to exactly where it was. But I spend hours just going down it. Are you calling me?
Hold on.
Oh,
No.
So,
Hey.
hey.
Which-
Okay.
Go ahead.
So where the pin is there on the shed,
Mhm.
go right back up the cut there where you see in between. Okay, the cut where the orange line comes across there.
Yeah. Okay, that's where we're going. Yep.
Go follow it.
Got it. Is that Mary's house?
Yes.
Is Mary related to Don?
That's the one they had the dispute with over property that was supposed to be left to them.
By Don's fault.
Say that again. You have the YouTube playing in the background.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Here,
okay.
Okay, I'm trying to mute this thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
Okay. So tell me again, who's Mary? They had a dispute over
Mary
property.
Was supposed to be left some property when Don's mother passed away.
so it
And
is a
they-
relative.
Hmm.
I guess his mother through marriage,
Okay.
and so they had a big dispute over that. I don't know what came from that, but
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's see.
Let me ask you this: where are you standing when you stopped and sort of rotated the camera around, looking at the shed and the house? Are you right on the orange line, basically, right here?
yes, okay. Where I'm standing at is where I come straight down that trail there from the house. If you go up to the house, follow it down, and it pops out of like if you look from Beach Creek Road, you can't even see where the opening is
Mhm.
to the path. I can send you some pictures over if that helps, like looking dead on at that trail.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
see-
wondering, like,
see
where you're,
Beach Creek
where
Road
you're,
right there.
yeah. See, Beach Creek Road's way over on the right. It seemed like you were standing right here to be able to see the shed and the house when you rotated it.
Yes, he said he's standing like right there,
Right.
but you're moving it quick.
No, but he said from he mentioned.
See Beach Creek right above the shed?
Oh, Beach Creek Road. Okay, I keep thinking.
Not Ben Hill.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
There
the
you
shed
go.
on Beach Creek Road. It's not like it looks so much farther on this
Map.
aerial map. It's not really that far at all.
Right.
So that's
Right.
kind of about where you were about right there, then maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Let me send you this picture. Hold on. I'm having a hard time hearing everybody and trying to. All right, here it comes.
All right. Let me see.
All right, if you look, it's actually a little video. I'll send it. If you look where this big tree is with no branches, this is where you will see.
Where'd you send that to, Cam?
I sent it to you over this phone.
All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's got to load. It's so annoying. Oh, is this one of the ones you have on your channel?
No, this is actually Gonzo's footage.
Gonzo's footage. Okay, so don't talk for 1 sec. Let me see. I'm just going to play it.
Well, can you? How do we see it though?
I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to try to share it with you, actually, if I can.
Oh yeah, let me make it so that you can do that. I think it defaults to something else.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
Here, let me see if I can send the picture to it.
Yeah, it's not. It's too fast too. So no,
Okay.
that's okay. All right. So that's where that is, Gray. What other questions do you have on that there? I mean, it makes sense to me. Is it making sense to you where he's standing now?
Yeah, like you can see that shed, and then he turns around, and then up the hill is Mary's house. So he's
Mary's house,
standing.
yep.
Now, about where I have the pin, if he's still on Don's property, he looks like he's a little closer to that shed than he is to that other house. So,
Yeah, he's on Don's property.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get past these ads here. I'm trying to get so I can watch on TV and talk to you at the same time.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back and just start playing it again.
All right.
All right, Cam, I'll call you back if we need you.
Listen, let me tell you this real quick. That
Go ahead.
path right there. All right, Kim, I'll call you back if you need you.
What'd you
All
say?
You see that path right there?
Yeah.
That going up to the left? That's the opening there. See that path right there?
Yeah.
Going to the left? Okay.
All right, we're echoing, so I can't do this.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
make my OCD
All right.
nuts.
See you later.
All
I'll
right,
get on.
bye.
I get that every time somebody's calling my show too. They
Welcome, Amy. Yeah, no, I can't.
because there's
I
a
can't.
delay, right?
I get what he's saying, though. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not confused about it.
Well, no, I was at first, but now I'm not. I know exactly. What
Okay.
Yeah, because it just didn't seem like that to me is weird, perspective-wise. I know they did that in Lord of the Rings, but
Yeah. Well.
it's way up
Thank
there.
y'all. Oh,
Looks like
before I stop, here is the other house. Down here. A straight shoot up to another house on Ben Hill Road. This is the creek.
That's the little tiny
There's the
creek.
shooting
huh?
house.
Sheesh.
Again. And here is the trail that cuts up in. This is the tree line they cut.
This is what the power company.
Oh, that's the
or
tree line that they were cutting down.
I guess it was the power company cutting down the
Again, guys,
trees.
this is where
Except it's something they regularly do because it's on this map. That's 2019. It's not like
Hmm.
it wasn't just
So maybe they just come out to do it.
probably to clear, make sure that there's no line, shrubbery or trees growing over the power lines.
Gotcha.
this needs to be seen. Thank you. I'm going to film going back up this trail. Again, this is not the dog trail.
This trail looks way more accessible, like it's just so easy.
This is the trail.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah,
And
to the shooting house or the fort, whatever you want to call it. I told you guys I was going to do this right, and I'm going to do it right.
The only thing, let me just pause it really quick. What I would say is if you're looking at this, it's hard to, you'd have to run with the person down to here and then this way.
But you're looking at it on that huge map.
Uh-huh. No,
Look
I'm saying,
how
let's say you
close it is.
abducted. No, what I'm saying is if you abducted her, though, you'd have to go down here and then go down up, whatever what you want to call this, the clearing here.
Why do you have to go down there?
Well, to get to the road or this way to get to the road. You have to go over this property. It's not like there's a car that you could have waiting, it doesn't seem like. Although Don
There
did
is.
say he went there, though, right?
Watch, you're gonna see the road.
Yeah. Well, the driveway. Okay, hold on, let me see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the driveway.
It's
Yeah.
not steep. I mean, that's-
It's steep, but it's not.
But this part you
Not
wouldn't be on if
doable.
you're an abductor. You just would have been on the
Allison,
driveway.
you're walking it.
If you're walking, yeah. If it's
Easily.
if it's this trail.
Yeah, like if you're just there to abduct and you didn't have a vehicle, this might be the way you would go. If you're driving, you'd probably just drive way down that lower part of the driveway, maybe back it in, abduct, boom, get in the car, and you're out of there, right? That kind of what you're thinking?
I mean, I'm out of breath because I'm out of shape.
I don't think.
So he said it took him 2 minutes walking slow and filming to get to the bottom. 2 minutes. So that's just, walking slow, trying to film it for us to show people what it looks like. Yes, we know it's an abandoned shed.
Because a lot of people live in them. Yeah, it's weird.
Don't get
I
me
mean,
wrong,
I'm sure people do drugs and hide
It'll
in them
get you
and
out of
all
breath.
that shit.
but we're out of shape.
We're out of shape.
COVID belly.
COVID belly.
I said the old COVID belly.
Kids don't smoke. All right, so there's the side of that big.
And she's
Garage.
making. I think she wanted to make sure that he said that he didn't have COVID, that it was just during the pandemic, everybody's sitting around at home eating.
Getting fatter. Yeah.
Quarantine belly.
See, there you go. She made him change it to quarantine belly. Okay. I don't know.
All right. We can edit all this out.
Although that would, yeah.
Us talking.
Aussie has a good point. People who rob your house aren't passing opportunists. They watch your every move, work out your patterns, and lie in wait. That is absolutely true.
Yeah, it goes right up there.
Yeah, right there.
Does it? Is there more to it after that? Hold on, I didn't cut that off.
Well, now go to the other one. There's a whole nother path.
Oh, there's more to this one, though. A little bit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We can edit all this out.
Let me just see where this...
Us talking.
I think it does end right there, though.
Yeah, no, this does end right there.
Yeah, I wish it was just a little bit further so I could see, like, the whole, like, the shed and everything like that. All right.
Yep, Phoebe, I've seen that video.
Oh,
yep.
Crap. Hold on. There.
Do you have their other video?
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Okay. That one.
Hey guys, welcome back to Crackin Cases.
We'll play there what they're saying.
I'm Cam, along with my wife Allie, and we're going to show you this video of another trail that has never been recorded before. And we think this is very, very relevant because this is where the school bus is. This is a path that leads off to the driveway. And again, if you heard anything we said in the past videos, there's no sound. You can't hear a vehicle pull up this driveway whatsoever.
That's crazy to me.
And also the brush and the trees are just very thick there, and you can't see anything. If somebody is standing behind that, we let Cam stand on one side of it and I stood on the other, and I could not even see him through the trees.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot of vantage points. Again, we said the dogs were not even up there that day, so that proves what the Wells were saying. Again, we stand on a side of neutral, and we're just showing you exactly what we saw and what we got. We will talk to you as we go through this video a little bit more, but here's what we got. This is the house. Here's the path that goes down to the school bus. Here's a little gravel path. This is all.
And so the swing is just right, should be... let's see. That's the porch. The back door is over to the right. And the swing should be right here, right? I would think, in that picture. So that's where the swing is. And so that's crazy because somebody could just be watching her swing right in that spot.
Here's the path that goes down to the school bus. Here's a little gravel path. This has all been not recorded on record. And this needs to be seen. I'm walking all the way down here.
Look at this path.
To where this meets the driveway. Again, people could easily come up through here.
Look at this.
Here's the driveway.
Look at the driveway.
Yeah,
You
that's
park
crazy.
down
Park
here.
right there, back it in, kind of. Just...
This is going down to the road.
And you can't hear
See
them.
the house here. Here's the building.
And you
That's
did, yeah, wow.
from the
Look at right there. You
That's
could turn
crazy.
around.
Goes down
Look at that right there. You could turn around. You could drive into here, back up, and then face down that way. Walk right up there. Watch somebody swing. Grab her. Put her on the car. Boom. You're right back out. Right. I mean,
You're done.
that is.
And if
that's pretty
there are
crazy.
as much drugs there and people coming in and out, that's where I want to know. I want to know where the drug house is. I don't know if Cam and Allie know where the drug house is, but I would love to know if the person who has the drug house, how close is their property to the Wells driveway?
And that bus, I think I could see the bus usually on.
And do we have any idea where the drug house is? Not that I want to give away Fred's address.
See,
I'm
that
sure
trail's
people
right
have
here because you're looking at the house like at that angle. There's the swing. This
Yeah.
is the driveway. So it's weird because when they're there, there's a whole bunch more stuff right here, right? Because they walked through.
Yeah.
This is from 2019. Let me see what it looked like. I don't know. They must have just let it grow over or something. Because they're
Probably.
standing right there and they make it to the driveway. But it shows you what it's like now. Like you could literally pull up there.
The drug house is at the end of Ben Hill Road where it turns around to come back. Can you look at that, Gray? I don't know what that means. It's at the end of Ben Hill Road, because Ben Hill Road is a dead end, right?
Yeah, it's there and there. It's a really short road.
So it's got to be...
No, it keeps going, actually.
Turn around to come back?
I didn't realize that. It keeps going over here. That's Ben Hill, too.
Nearly every neighborhood has a drug house. Yes. Not nearly every neighborhood is in this type of wilderness out here where you can hide all over the place. Like if my neighbor was a drug house, we'd be able to see exactly what's going on all day. It's a holler. It turns around there and... Okay.
Well, let me ask Crackin Cases
Dead
something.
end.
When you were there, do the woods start about right here now? About right in this area? I'm just putting a pin on the screen. Because you can't see, now it's just woods, then you get to the driveway. Okay, well then how did that not pass over the driveway then? I have to see this again. Hold on, jeez. Man, this is confusing.
Thank you, Brandy, honey. So somebody just asked too, hold on one second. Do you think if a car reversed up, the police would have seen the broken saplings and the car tracks? Well, no, because they're coming straight up their driveway. They're coming up the same driveway that Candus went down earlier and Don come up too, and the police came up. So I don't think that they would have noticed. We're not saying a car is coming up the trail. We're saying this trail connects directly. You can see her swing here. Then you have this trail and the driveway all together.
Yeah, I have to see this again because it's not making sense.
He says it's overgrown brush.
Okay,
yeah.
Is she standing on the driveway then right there?
Yeah, she's standing at the top of the driveway, correct? Is that where Allie's standing?
Yeah, because that must be what that is, because the swing's right there. I thought that they walked to the driveway. Let's go look at that again. So where did they walk down, and then what's this, the driveway again? Winding around? Yeah,
watch. They're showing you how it connects. They go onto the trail, and then they shoot. Well,
oh, yeah. There you go. It goes like this. It goes, you just can't see it, but it goes like this. And so that you're, down to Ben Hill Road. Okay, yeah, all right, that makes sense. So it kind of does like a switchback, basically. And then they're walking over it again. So, man, that's even more secluded. But you could just kind of sneak
Gonzo's
up.
Here.
You could just sneak up right there and boom.
What did Gonzo say? Yes, big overgrown bushes. It gets intense. Okay. Now, Gonzo's been out there as well. He's really been doing some good stuff, too.
You park down here. This is going down to the road. You can't even see the house here. Here's the building. From the previous trail I walked that goes down to the shed down at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, so it makes that hard turn.
With the shooting house. Okay, right here, you're going to see two different points of view. My point of view in my video, and Allison's on the exact other side of this brush doing her point of view. And I'm going to let her tell you about the pictures she took too.
So right now what you're looking at is two pictures that, like Kim said, that I took of him on the other side of the bushes while I'm standing in the driveway. The first picture,
no.
I promise
I saw him when he pops
Cam
out later.
is on the other side of that brush.
Crazy.
But you cannot see him whatsoever. The other picture that we're showing right now is a picture that you actually can see Cam. But I want you guys to see how long it takes you to find him. And I want you to think about if you were, let's just say, driving up that driveway, or if you were in that yard even,
I don't see him.
Would you be able to see somebody? Would you pick them out on the other side of that brush? And
my
you have
son
to take
and I
into
tried
account
for
that
so
when
long.
Summer went
I still
missing,
don't see him.
they were not even on this side of the house. They were behind the house at Grandma's
I don't
camper.
see him.
Right, and I'm wearing bright blue in these pictures and on these videos, and you can barely see me. But you gauge it for yourself. We're not going to tell you either way. Here it is. Allison's
crazy.
on the other side of this brush taking a picture of me and videoing at the same time. The house is on the other
No,
side.
you guys are doing it at the same time. Oh, that's her.
This
that's
shows
fine.
just how brushy, and you will not be seen. I'm not going with the dog trail anymore. I think it's
No,
somewhere
neither.
else. Allison's on the other side.
Okay, guys.
Taking a picture of me and videoing.
Nope, not middle upper
I'm
left.
videoing.
Linda.
We're down here. I'm at the driveway right now. Up here is the house. Right there is Summer
Okay.
Swing.
This is about where she was standing when the video started.
Yep. Welcome,
Right
Carla.
here is those trucks. The school bus is right through here. I want to show Camden is on the other side of those trees.
Here he is.
Right, or on the other side of those
No way to
bushes
see
and
him.
everything. You could not see him through all that vegetation.
Sorry.
Could not see him at all. Right there's the school bus. Somebody very easily, and there's also a path that we'll show you that goes straight from where this school bus is all the way back to the driveway, at the bottom of the driveway.
All right, guys, that's
Crazy.
what we got.
Yeah, that's wild.
That one, you know, when I don't know that it means anything, and it probably means nothing. But the very first time I saw that school bus,
Oh,
I
there we
was
go.
like, no,
Okay, now we got it. We got it back in 2012. We can see the whole
how it was so
driveway.
different.
Okay, so you guys were standing right here. What was that other? It's weird because it seemed like the driveway. There was another road down here. The way they were walking. Let me look at that again.
Well, I mean, in all those years, it may have changed. Yeah.
Yeah, let me. Because. All right. Let me just start there.
We will talk to you.
Right there, right after this.
Here's a little gravel path.
Gravel path.
This has all been not recorded on record,
So you're going through.
and this needs to be seen. I'm walking all the way down
and
here.
See, there's another trail,
where?
path, road.
This meets the driveway again.
That's their driveway.
People.
Right. So now when we look
Hey, Eric.
when we look at the overhead shot here, originally she's standing here-ish,
Mm-hmm.
and then did they make it all the way to here already, or I mean way over there, or that's what's kind of strange. Maybe this has changed over the years. I don't know, but
I think it has. That's 2012.
yeah, but it's still there in 2015. You can see it. I don't know. I like you guys when you're looking at this Crackin Cases. Okay, go ahead. Type something in. I like stuff to make total
Cam
sense. When
Didn't Cam run
Wait, hold on.
dog food down? I don't know what that means, Mandy L, honey.
When you
Are you-
come by the bus, make a left. When you come by the bus and follow it all the way to the driveway going down.
Yeah, the bus is
Yeah,
not
the bus
on
is
me.
like right over here, ish, right? It's
Thanks,
like-
Linda.
Yeah, it's like right over here, the bus. So you're there, but it doesn't seem like the driveway would ever come back over again where you'd cross it. Well, actually, they're standing like this. Okay, here we go. The bus is over here, I think. That's right. The bus is right there. They were standing right here, and then this is the path. Okay, okay. Now everything makes sense.
See, Gray is very big on maps.
Well, I'd like to know
I'm
exactly what I'm
lost
looking at. No, but
on
look,
this.
no, but you can see it now, though, right? Watch. So the bus was about right in this area, I think, and then she was standing here, and then they just walked straight through to this part of the path again. And look how close that is to the road.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't over here.
Not
I
far.
had it kind of off a little bit.
Thanks, country.
So let me just, probably that path is something like, it goes down like this-ish. That look about right? Crackin Cases? I mean, not 100%, but, in the ballpark. Is that about right? Crackin Cases?
House looks different back then, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there are people who are like, I love Gray's maps. They help me understand things so much better.
They're really a huge part of cases when there's physical places that matter. When there's a murder in a house, then it's kind of like, well, it's not as big a deal unless there's.
Well, with this, yeah, it definitely matters because now with seeing Cam and Allie's videos, you can see there are definite access points. Why these weren't recorded when other people have been on the property, I don't really know. But to see that one, to me, the dog video is wild. I mean, this one, the bus video. It's right there.
But this one's pretty close, right? Crackin Cases. This one.
Yes, he said.
Okay, I couldn't tell because you said he. All right, cool. All right, good. Oh, that's right. We have a huge delay. I forgot. Every time you have rewind mode, you have about 30 seconds or so behind. Okay, so. And what about the other path? Let's try to get that one dialed in then. So we have that one. That one's just so obviously a predator would use that one. I mean, you could just park it right here, walk up, wait, knowing that she likes to swing. She would go out. Let me get off of this damn thing. Hold on. You know, she was go outside, and maybe she ran back behind, got on the swing, just like it was shown on McDonough's video, and she's swinging, and the person knew. You know, I don't know. You know, that's the part that's hard. It's like, how did you know that?
That is the part that's hard.
That she'd be swinging, but maybe it was something. Once he noticed them coming back, it got into place because that's something that she would do, and she wasn't really watched as well as everybody tries to make it sound like. You know, 3 to 5 minutes I was running in there. She would never leave the property. We told her about. You know, the wild animals. Well, maybe you told her about the wild animals because she had the propensity to leave the property often and not do what you were saying. You were trying to scare her into doing these types of things. So maybe she would often exit the house, go to the swing, do some swinging, and this person knew that about them and was sort of monitoring when they were going to be coming back. And just waited and just stood right down there where they were standing, cracking cases, and boom. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder that. You know, I like to talk it out loud because it's interesting. But if we think about predators who watch playgrounds or predators who, you know, just perverts who are doing filthy things, we can find enough stories on these people to know they are doing things to themselves while they're watching kids. We don't know why this person, if there is a person, could have been near that property. Is there a place Candus frequented? Is there any place nearby that Candus went to often? Gas station, supermarket, liquor store, anything where Candus may have gone in the vicinity where one of these predators of the many that are in this area may have seen them and decided his sights were on Summer.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, you know, just it's hard to picture somebody sitting there all day waiting for the car to drive up, but they're sick people, so
yeah, there are. Did I get your email about the barrel? I did. I think Don answered the question about the barrel on the Voices channel, actually.
Why is somebody saying to look at?
Look at.
Why are you telling me to look at, Becky? What are you trying to tell me here? What's going on?
Maybe she just wants you to look.
Well, somebody set up above.
Please look for the horse trails.
They want me to look up where the Dollar General is. Why do you want me to look where the Dollar General is? Butterfly Kisses 12.
Let's look at the Dollar General, please.
Okay.
And then we need to look at the horse trails from Light Hollow Road. Okay. These are people who know information, so...
Yeah, there's one right here. This one? Although, there's nothing there at that time on the map, but... Yeah, look, that's crazy. That was just built, so that's new.
Yeah.
This one.
How far away is that exactly?
I'll tell you in a second.
I'm going to mute for 1 second.
Oh, that's age. Is there another one? There's another one over here, but in there. So It'd be this one. So let's see. That's pretty far away. What do we got now? That's 2 miles. I'm just going to do a straight line and add like 40% because of the white. Well, maybe about 20. So probably 8 miles. So 8 minutes, or 10 minutes from their house. Interestingly, yeah. So why do people want to know where the Dollar General is? I mean, I'm trying to figure out why that one person wanted that. Why did you want to look up where the Dollar General was?
Because they believe that she often spends time there. Okay, I'm going to call Crackin Cases so that he can explain something. 1 second here.
Yes, you guys, and consider joining the channel. Become a member.
Hello?
Yep.
Hey. No, I said if y'all will send me a link, I can explain all that and show you what we're talking about, like where that...
Matt, we don't have a link.
I could put a link in the... Well...
I was just trying to help.
No, you can explain it to us. It would be the same thing. We would just be...
That's fine. That's totally fine. I was just going to tell you about the driveway here.
Yeah.
The reason that is so important is because when that driveway starts coming back down towards the road, you can see the house from the driveway, but you can't see the driveway from the house.
Oh.
Covered up. Yeah.
Huh.
Also, that trail that goes behind the shed that Don supposedly hid in, and then there's the big car. It looks almost like a 2-car garage, but it's older. It's just a big shed.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes down these things should have been seen. Like if anybody wanted to hide and sit in anything, there's so many places that it could be done. That trail that comes up from Beach Creek. Now it's farther. The shed looks farther away because of the phone, but it's just a hop over the creek and up that little bank there.
So you don't feel it's not very far.
No. I've got footage from inside that shed. It looks like somebody had lived in it at some point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this the right path about? Is this one right? This new one generally of your first video where you went? Because that's the 2-car garage you were talking about right there, right? Yeah. You can't see it on the regular. If you go to like this time of year, it's hidden. See? But you can definitely see that.
Can you hear Gray?
I'm trying to. I can't hear him through your phone.
Well, just repeat it to him. Is that where that new line? Is that where the other path was on the in general?
The new line, is that where the other path was?
Okay. Yeah. So where the power? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
He says yes. That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that driveway, when it comes up Ben Hill Road there, it's only rough for like the first, I'd say maybe 5 feet going up. It has like maybe 10 feet. We'll say 10 feet. You have a rough spot, and then it just kind of is just a regular gravel driveway. It's a 2-wheel drive. You can get up past that little. It's kind of like it's been rained and washed out. If you can get up past that, you can maneuver that driveway very easily. And when Don came in from wherever he had been that day, I saw him before I heard him. Like he was on top of me. He kept coming around the curve before I even heard him.
Okay. Somebody wants to know if you ran with dog food?
Yeah, what does that mean?
That's the next video I'm putting up.
Oh, okay. So he ran one of the trails with like a 30-pound bag of dog food, same weight as
35 pounds.
35
to 40 pounds.
Yeah, so that's interesting to show that.
Well, it'd be cool if you would actually put, I I guess your summer's what you're trying to replicate, right? So if you put one like closer up maybe to the swing and then try to run from the driveway and all the way up to the swing and then back and see how quickly you get back to that driveway.
Yeah, like park your car down there.
What I did was that I went under the I had Allie go stand up at the camper near the front door of the camper, and I reacted as if I set the dog food down at that basement door, which you cannot see the basement door from that camper door up there, and it's on the side of the house, right?
Right.
So
right.
I didn't warn Allie that I was going to take off and grab it and take off. I did that on purpose, so just like if she was up there looking, like you say, that the mom and grandma were turned around doing something.
So tell me that one more time. Explain that one more time, what you did.
Okay. I set the 35-pound bag of dog food at the basement door. I had Allie go up to the camper door there and the porch.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell her I was going to go ahead and go and grab the dog food, and we set it there like Summer would have come out the basement door and been playing right there.
Gotcha.
Because if y'all saw what I did, the window to that door is tinted on the outside.
Yeah.
So I figured she probably had come out that door and either went to the swing or just played right there. So I grabbed the dog food and I took off. You will see in our next video that she catches about the top of my head and the top of my shoulders for about a second and a half, and I'm gone.
Huh.
So if they were in that camper fixing the leg brace or whatever, they would have never seen anybody.
No, they wouldn't have.
Right. Well, it's also on the other side of the house is where the swing is, so of course they're not gonna, the basement door is already out of sight of the camper. Like you could just maneuver behind it. You can't see, nobody up there fixing a leg brace. I actually think that was way longer than 3 to 5 minutes. I think it was 45 minutes at least that she was hanging out with grandma, went in the house.
Definitely. But the fact that what I was going to say, if you hear me at the end of the bus trail video, I say I don't think it's the dog trail. Well, I edited out a part because I said I don't think it's the dog trail. It might have been used for an exit point, but it wasn't an entry point because that one is steep.
Right.
And if I was going to travel that for any reason, I would only want to go downhill. Yeah. So you have to cross the driveway, but like Grace said, you can't see from the camper door and all that. You can't see that side basement door. You can see because it's over a little like a grade, like a hill there. So with me, I'm 6'1", and I weigh almost 270 pounds. I can only see the top of my head and my head and my shoulders just for a brief second.
Can you tell us where the drug houses are by there?
Yes. Okay. When you go down Ben Hill Road, what we call haulers around here, they're dead ends.
Dead ends.
It's a dead end road. Ben Hill Road is a dead end, and it comes back out the same way it come in.
Okay.
He lives in the camper at the end that, if you see it on the map, it probably has tarps around it.
So do you have to drive past Dawn's driveway to get to the drug house?
Yes.
But it ends up way down here, though. I don't know if you guys are aware. That's way down here.
Yeah, but that's not a road. That's actually like a dirt path that is. People usually in the end of haulers.
It looks paved.
Like 4-wheeler paths, stuff
yeah,
like that.
I mean, this looks paved, and it says Ben Hill Road all the way to here. So where are you talking about? Is it up here or right here? Right in this area or what?
All right, yeah. Okay, where you go down Ben Hill.
Which way? Off the screen right now, which way do I go? I'll just leave it still. Do I go south or just right there?
All right, you're at the fork right there. Okay, there's houses. See, this one on this map is real. It's kind of, it's not as far as what it looks like here. When it goes down, go to the very end of Ben Hill Road.
Yeah, that's right.
Going down south
Well, that's
or
where I
going
was.
up?
Like, yeah. Okay, right there.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, that's where I was a minute ago. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying, guys. I'm sorry.
So it's
No,
right
it's
here.
okay.
I'm in a lag.
Yeah, there's also a lag. We got to remember that.
So there's a drug house down here?
Okay, now this is there's a few drug houses here. This one, I think Fred Hill, his son is Fred Hill Jr. They both live down here.
Okay.
This is either Fred Hill Jr.'s, and then right up the road is, you should be able to see the camper, but I don't think you can. Well, this was probably older.
Well, you mean allegedly this Frank Hill Jr. guy. We don't know anything about this Frank Hill. I don't know anything about this Frank Hill Jr. guy, and I don't want him to go. So, you know, we don't know anything about him. But
we're going to call him Freddie Mercury right now.
Yeah.
All right. So now if you go back up the road, where does it dead end at? Where does Ben Hill Road dead end at?
Right there.
Yeah, I think that, well, this is the dead end.
That is a dead end right there?
Yeah, it doesn't go any further. It's
Doesn't
now
go
it's
any
just
further.
like a little trail, but the road ends right there. Basically.
So then
And
people...
this is very dark back here. It is so dark. It looks like it's almost, I guess, like 8 o'clock in the evening all the time back here.
Yeah, look at all these crazy trails back up in here. Jeez.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
This right here.
Yeah, that's like out of a horror movie right there. I don't think you'd want to be there.
Yeah.
So where are people entering from? They're
The
coming
beginning of
either...
Hill Road, and they go out. They enter and exit that same point there. They
Yeah.
have to enter and exit off Beach Creek.
Off Beach Creek. Okay.
Yeah, Ben Hill Road isn't really, it's hardly traveled at all. Okay, it's not like,
No.
other than maybe Don and people, you know, I mean, look how few people live off of this thing. There's just like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
not-
you're right.
not
You're
many.
right. You're right, Greg. Because we sat in the road for 2 vehicles, us and the private investigator. We sat in the road for probably about 45 minutes to an hour, and no vehicle came or went. I saw 2 vehicles in the 3.5 hours I was on the property. So, yeah, it's not traveled much, but the people that do travel it, which Don pointed out for sure to make sure we saw that. He was like, there was a truck had no front end on it. I mean, it just looked like I'm not going to say, we'll say allegedly he did that because I don't know what the man was doing. But the vehicle Don always makes a reference to, the one that sounds like it's running on 2 cylinders. I think it came down through there. Yeah, that was a fact too. But yeah, I mean, it's just not a highly traveled area. That's if you're there, you know what you're doing there.
Very interesting.
I think out of all the ones, I think of all the paths, the one that I would think would be most likely is the one on the second video. The first one, I don't know. The second video, if you were somebody, you just pull up, turn around, park, walk right up there and wait, and snatch, boom, in the car, you're out of there. This one here, it's a little too much going on, like hard to get out, you know.
That second picture, if y'all couldn't see me, that second picture, I'm in the bottom right-hand corner, and I'm kind of just bent over at my waist right there. You can see it, but anybody, there's multiple places up there. You didn't have to, if somebody that did this, they didn't have to hide just in these areas. I mean, there's trees and brush everywhere. You could sit, I mean, if they wanted to, you know, that there's the theory that somebody could have came up earlier in the day. I mean, it's shady up there. If you were just to sit up there and wait for your, I think me and Gonzo went over this. If somebody has it in their minds, they're going to do something. Pure adrenaline is going to take over, and nothing's going to stop them. They're going to run any hill. They're going to do whatever it takes. So, you know, this was our goal, to go out here and just show that this is possible, and it's you know, there's multiple ways. That first trail we went down, Don literally used to drive his truck up and down that one to that hunting blind down there. So I mean, it's accessible.
People are asking where Jackie Dobbs was.
Yeah.
So
I want to show
if
you guys that too, because I got some more footage to add.
Yeah,
to
well, let's
that.
just go with we're working on a map on our show right now. So where is it right here on this one?
yeah, so if you turn it just a little bit more and then zoom out a bit.
Okay.
Okay. So down the bottom of that orange line, my understanding is, and I think I have it right, I'm not 100% sure, there's 2 acres at the bottom of the orange line that Jackie was purchasing. Some people say he did purchase it. Some people say he backed out. It's supposed to be around the creek.
So right around in this area right here?
Well, I know it's near the creek because he thought that he was getting the creek with it. I don't have a clue why he'd want it.
It's right across from the Wells driveway.
Across from the Wells driveway.
Right across from the bottom where you turn. It's actually, it's about
yep,
maybe
right there.
a yard.
This area right here then?
From
Okay.
the right.
Yep, right there. Because when I look at it on the county's map, the land, you can see it.
So right in this area right here is what you're saying. Was he staying there like in a camper or what was he doing?
He was.
He had been camping since June 1st, or was it 1st?
No.
Or was it the 6th and then he left the 14th supposedly is what he said.
So was he camping right in this little segment right here?
Yes.
So he was camping right next to the base of that trail that you just. I mean, that's pretty crazy. The trail that you just showed on the screen is right there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
People are saying across from it, over the road. So if it's across the road, hold on. Go ahead. You guys keep going for a second.
Okay, you go across that road right there, across Ben Hill Road, that's his property. Now, he had...
What happened? Your phone died. Oh, man. Well, I guess you can just find it. But anyways, we're muted somehow.
No, I muted myself.
Oh.
Sorry. Because I was typing and I didn't want to be loud.
That's okay if you type. That's no big deal. People are used to it. Makes it sound gritty, you know?
Like typing.
Yeah, like you're, investigating, typing. We need the typewriter sound, though.
Oh, my Lord. No, we definitely don't. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, hit that like button really quick. I'm going to hit the auctioneer button if you don't hit it.
Okay, pause. Here we go.
All right.
Can I share my screen?
You can. I think I've made it so you could. Although, let me see. I got to go over to... Okay. Let me go to... how does that work, though? Okay, you're sharing it, but let me move over to this one. Maybe they can see it better. Okay, yeah.
Okay. See here? So, I hate this screenshot. But
oh, wait.
now
I can't see that. Hold on. Let me... I'm going to make a new scene for just you. So just talk about whatever you want to talk about. I gotta
well, I'm not going to share it yet, Ben, but you'll be able to tell me in just a second when you're ready for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one just for you only. Like it's
just for me
because
only.
if you're sharing something, you gotta. I can do it easily on my end, but you don't have the mechanism.
We have another video to add to our Jackie Dobbs one we did too that shows more in depth all where he's at and everything.
Now, I don't know if this all fell apart or not. Are you ready, Greg?
Almost.
Almost.
Hey, come on. It's not like...
Move faster. Move it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you're going to be blank for a second here.
Mm.
From the private investigator, he still owns that property and he's not come back since this happened.
Okay.
I saw the deed. It's on their record for Hawkins County.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I am right now.
Yeah.
Once we can show me. But now I don't even see or hear Gray anymore.
No, I'm right here. I'm just...
Oh,
I'm getting you set up. So now, on all the next shows, if you ever have to share your screen, it'll be that big, okay?
Oh, great. I appreciate that.
There you go. All right. There you go.
All right.
I just wanted to tell you guys thank you for going over this and being nice to us about it.
Oh, you don't have to thank us.
I'm just getting started, man. You hold on. I got to get some disses in here in a minute.
Is this really small?
Kidding.
Is this tiny to everybody else?
No, they're seeing the big screen.
Oh, they're seeing it big. Okay, great. Yeah. So you can see the Ben Hill Road right there, right? Right here.
Yeah.
Can you
okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
Right
okay, so we had the wrong spot.
So it is over here as well. It's like across the road. Do you see?
Well, that
see how the road goes like that there?
Well, it kind of just goes right into the road, really.
I wish I could see it better. It's very annoying.
It looks like it matches right on the edge of his property that he already had. I don't understand that.
Yeah, this is the little property that he got.
So Don owned that property across the road too?
No.
Oh, he just bought it.
Cam says no?
No, Don, that wasn't Don's property. This was sold to him through a realtor company.
So Morlock, Cecil, and Ruth.
Yeah.
This is in Kingsport. So they owned this property.
Yes.
The neighbor, Don's neighbor, said Jackie was encroaching on her property.
Yes, he
said he wasn't. So whatever he bought, he thought he bought. He also thought he bought part of the creek that's on Don's property that he didn't actually purchase.
There's pictures of him coming off the dog trail.
No, yeah, I have all of that.
Yeah.
It's in here. This guy.
Hold on a second.
Oh, also, Cam and Allie went to the motel that this guy claims he was at, but that's a whole nother situation before we get into Dobbs.
You got to show Gray that one. We just proved his alibi.
Yeah, he's a big liar. Yeah, I put all this out like forever ago, and I just don't believe, he's very suspect to me.
Yes.
And this is the truck that they're looking for in the news, and this is Jackie's truck. Like, this is too much for me. But, I don't know. I don't know. Here he is on Ben Hill Road with his dog on the 14th. Now, what path is this? Do you know?
Okay. This right here, when we went over it with the PIs there, they were like, no, that's right here at the driveway. That's the dog trail. That's on the bottom. That's where Summer Scent was last picked up by the canines. Right there at the bottom of that.
Okay, so let's just pause here and go over this for just a second. There is a man named Jackie Dobbs. I'm sure everybody's aware of him now. So he was on the property. That picture is the dog trail on the Wells property. That little dog is Jackie's dog. Elvis, yes. He purchased this little parcel of land from this realtor people here. This is Don's land here. Okay? That is Jackie's land. Now, where it gets crazy, this is the neighbor. Okay? Prayers. There was a man on our property across the road yesterday. He was on our land. Said he was going to camp. We called the cops. He wouldn't give us his name. We don't know how long he's been there. The cop told him if we had owned the property for 200 years, we know where the lines are. He packed up and left. I can't help but wonder. We could hear the kids playing over on the hill when we were there. So were the kids playing? Are they talking about the Wells kids? I don't know if that's what they were talking about.
What was the date of that one? The 14th?
This was 6/14. Yeah, we all can't.
Okay.
That was on the 14th, right? So 6/14, the neighbor whose property butts up against his called law enforcement. 6/14, he ends up posting the picture of his dog at Ben Hill Hell, complaining about this being his property. 6/17, he posts a picture of his dog on what appears to be possibly taken at the Roadway Inn, which Cam and Ellie went to, and we'll ask them about that in a minute. 22 minutes from the Wells home. He then changes that picture to say that it was taken on the 15th. However, the photo is dated 2016, and Cam and Allie ended up going to that motel, and the lines had been painted. So they're supposed to be calling the motel. We've talked about this offline, and seeing if they can find out when the lines were painted. This is a rundown hotel that's been busted for drugs and every other thing under the sun. It is a very nasty place. Child abuse, all kinds of crazy stuff happens at this place.
And then, you know what's weird is that guy sold a Zozo. One of my moderators said that she found that Dobbs sold a red pickup truck after that in a whole nother, like, way, 1,000 miles away or something like that.
Yeah, he lives in Georgia. So he left and went back to Georgia. So now here you go. He says this is hold on one sec. He says this is a photo of Elvis, okay? That he took the photo on 6/15 at a motel. That's what he said. Now, he says when this happened, it was the evening, okay? Timestamp June 15th at the Roadway Inn near Churchill, Tennessee, late in the afternoon. He's changed this description on this picture 3 different times. Now,
why does he put the word timestamp on there? Or is that you?
Because he's trying to prove that he was actually there. However, I went and got the original photo that says, my buddy Elvis, 2016. So your buddy Elvis, 2016, at that same motel. But then earlier, you said timestamp June 15th at Roadway Inn near Churchill, Tennessee, late in the afternoon.
Well, maybe he took the dog and took the exact same picture in the exact same spot with the exact same leash and the exact same pole 4 years later. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that could happen.
And the dog made the same face, too. It's weird.
Well, then he posts, I was at the Roadway Inn in Churchill, Tennessee, the entire day of the 15th of July, but he meant June, except for a short excursion to the 2 Marathon gas stations near the inn for biscuits and beer. So this is before he got around to deleting everything on his profile, okay? Or removing it and going private. That little guy down there is a missing kid, okay? Then he says, I was not in the Ben Hill Road, Beach Creek area of Tennessee on June 15th. I have been interviewed by the TBI on the phone, 2 FBI agents in person. I do believe I've been cleared of any wrongdoing. Well, we now know that nobody's been cleared. These are other missing children.
Yeah, can you go back to that wording again? That's kind of weird. I do believe. I mean, Jesus. I mean, that's just. I do believe I've been cleared of any wrong. Well, I mean, that's just really not strong a statement at all. Like normally you would say, I've been cleared of any wrongdoing, you idiots.
And you better leave me alone.
Not, I believe. Well, what do you mean you believe? That sounds like you're not even sure of your own thoughts if you had something to do.
No, you're not. Yeah. So he shares missing kids all the time. I went back on his profile for a year, and he was sharing all these missing children, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 a day. Then he shared Summer's Daily Beast article and a YouTube video. He didn't share those until many days after she was gone or gone missing, right?
Yeah.
So then the property and some issues. One of his friends, or I don't know. You can come over here, Bubba. Love you bunches. Did the Rogersville place fall through? He says legal problems. He never says that he didn't purchase it. He says legal problems. Then he says, I think the folks living on the Tennessee hills are not too welcoming to outsiders. Hell, I'm a hillbilly just like them, only I'm from the North Hills of Georgia. You'd think I would fit right in. Then somebody here is saying he posted about it before. It stated the sale of the property that was there has a creek on the property, but evidently there wasn't because the neighbors say it's theirs, which is the Wells. He was saying in one of his posts, he was getting it resurveyed. When we look at the site that had the property for sale, it had a creek on it. So there was an issue with the creek. And then here are the trucks. TBI was looking for this truck. model. Jackie Dobbs has this truck. And then he had these two trucks, and allegedly he was driving this one while he was camping. Not this one, but he was driving the blue one. So there.
Did you show? I'll let you finish. You're not done, I don't think.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Did you show the appearance change on?
Oh, I did not show his appearance change, but I can tell you he looked like a full mountain man on the 14th and the 15th. But by the 18th, he was clean shaven. There was not a thing to be found on that man's face. I was like, what? And he said, like, new me, new stars.
But he would do that before, you'd think, right? Like, wouldn't he shave before something like that so he wouldn't leave
I don't know. The man's a little odd. I don't know.
His title under that picture was A New Shave for a New Start.
Yeah, new shave, new start. Yeah. He looked like a 100% completely different person.
Like the beard were for disguise, but it also allows for more forensic information. But then he shaves it off because now he doesn't look like anything near the person that was there, you know, if it was him on that day, right?
How long had he had the beard? Many years? Yes. From what I could tell, many years, yes. I don't know.
The thing about this, though, is I have the photos to show you this. He was already shaven and his head shaved and everything in the pictures through the dispute with the woman on the 14th. And then he used that as he posted it online. Like, he thinks that if he puts stuff online, it's his alibi.
That's really weird. He's a weird fellow. We'll let law enforcement take a hold of that.
Yeah.
But it does show this man's camping on their property. Was that the man or on the neighbor's property and the property connected to the Wells property? Is this what they were talking about when Don allegedly called Candus and said some man's up there doing whatever? Did the neighbor call the Wells and say, hey, who the hell is this guy? Do you know him? He's camping out on our property. I don't know. But Candus does mention it in one of her interviews.
Yep.
The guy camping on the property. There was some guy out here on the property. I don't know, she said. So they do mention that. And I would think that's crazy.
I mean, was it
all
all a
even
ruse?
See your own driveway from your house, and there's some friggin' man camping right there?
Is it all a ruse?
I think that was crazy.
It's just a ruse that he went out there to buy the property?
I don't know. The private detectives say that he still owns the property, but he hasn't been back yet.
Yes. And he was cutting paths with a chainsaw. This property is nothing like you would build a house on. It's a big incline. Everything up to the top, it's straight up and down where he was camping on, and it just
But let me ask you guys something. If you were him, would you come back? I wouldn't.
No, I'd never be back there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be back at all. So it's not weird.
No.
It's not weird. Like if it's him and he has nothing to do with anything. Like why would he even want to come back to check his property until this whole thing is over with and solved, right?
I agree. I never would. And hopefully, TBI and these guys are looking closely at him. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was very weird to go to his Facebook, and there are barely any posts talking about himself. It's literally all missing children, and it's every day. And then when Summer went missing, he didn't post her for almost a week. And it happened literally where your new property is. And you're going to act, and there's an Amber Alert. At the time, she was one of the only Amber Alerts. You're sharing all of these other kids, 5 posts a day. And you're not sharing Summers, who you've been questioned about? To me, it felt really odd. I don't know.
Well, one of his excuses to be cleared was he was not in good enough health to do any of these things. But you're camping on an incline and you're carrying a chainsaw up and down, cutting paths and trails, and that dog trail, like I said, he's coming off in that picture. It's steep. It was hard for me. So
Yeah, I do find it very strange. I don't know. I find it odd. His whole persona. He's just I mean, who has a Facebook page? You're an older gentleman. You've got some friends, a wife, a family, whatever.
Hey, I've got a page. I've got a Facebook page.
Is that all you do is share missing kids and nothing else? Don't talk about yourself, like.
Yeah, no. I don't even hardly put anything on it at all, actually.
I mean, I would hope you share missing kids, but I don't know. I don't know. He's an odd duck, that one. But we could do a 5-mile radius right here, and you're going to see all the predators who could walk straight to the house if they felt like it.
Yeah, somebody sent me the actual... It slows down my computer. There's that many. It's like he put these pins on there, and there's just so many. Maybe I can try to find that somehow.
Yeah, I've got the same.
It's a KMZ file.
Sickening how many there are.
Maybe I need to... let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. There it is.
We talked about it this morning. People are like, well, look at that.
Hey, that's ridiculous, everybody. These are people that are registered sex offenders.
Can you all just stop and look at that for a second?
What?
Where the hell do they live?
Well, here's where you don't want to live. Whatever that little thing is, right there. What the hell? I mean, at least over here, there's at least 100 yards between people. Look at this thing right here. It's like a freaking football. Look at this street right here. Man,
What in the world?
If I went to a real estate agent, we have this beautiful property in the middle of all.
Yeah, in the middle of every sex offender on the planet Earth.
So if you're just going to
pan
out,
right here.
That's what it looks like. And they're right there near all these people.
And okay, so you guys see all the yellow pins? That's the Wells property. You see all the red people? The dots, those are
that's the Wells property. It's actually further.
My eye hurts.
It's in it. This is the Wells property is right there. This is just stuff related to the Wells case. But
go all the way into the Wells property because there's one guy who's like a mile and a pinch away right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's church.
They live at the church? I don't know.
Great. Wonderful.
That's the church where they did the staging.
That's the church where they did the staging?
Yep.
And that's another church right there. Wait, did they just map out churches and say those were all the pedophiles?
I don't know, because why would that show up as there on there? Maybe they did. I don't know.
Are they trying to be funny?
Oh, you know what? Maybe that's what that is. I'm wondering now. Because I think every one of these is a church. No, there's one right here. These have names of people on them.
Yeah.
It's that map is accurate, Bill. Yes, it's accurate.
Yeah, see, they have different names of people, but some of them are churches. I don't know if they threw them on there just to be idiots or. Yeah, I mean, these are, I'm not sure
There's
what.
So many of them.
What I have to see what was on there, but that's what was given to me as a Hawkins County sex offender registry. So maybe not. Let's just not say that every one of these is one, but there's a lot of them. Yeah,
please, let's not now.
Yeah,
especially if they're churches.
Because I just scrolled over some, and that's what they're listed as. So I'm not sure why they put them in there. But anyways, that's what I was sent as a KMZ file from sex offenders. But take this shit right here with a grain of salt, okay? Because now that you see, there are names in here of people, but a lot of them are churches. So it's kind of like, well, why are there? Are you trying to troll?
Yeah.
I don't know. So.
Hold on.
Let me delete this.
I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you now the real map right here. Here you go. All right.
Okay, I got to go to the other screen. Oh, it's still similar looking.
See all the blue dots? And this is their address right here. Okay.
Yeah, I guess they could work at those places, so maybe that's why they're there. Yeah. Maybe.
How about this is within their realm? Here's their address. Ben Hill Road. This is Frank Light. Frank Light's wife is the one who I spoke with on Facebook. One of Frank Light's victims is in our chat right now. Frank Light is a very scary human being. And he's got lots of relatives living all up in here. Not a good situation. Not a good situation.
Do you feel like it's you're up to you, Charles? So you should tell them if you think it's a good idea about.
That looks like a lot less.
Said about that, but no, actually don't.
That looks less than that.
Somebody actually sent me that this morning separately, and we were talking about it.
Oops.
Yep, I stopped sharing.
Yeah, it's a scary place down there.
It is a scary place. It's a very scary place. And we want to say, well, it's most likely, a lot of people were saying this morning after this phone call that he had last night that potentially he sold her, that she's been sold into all of these crazy things. We're showing you the reality of this area with so many sex offenders, violent sex offenders. We're showing you how easy it is to come and go on this property with nobody hearing you at all. Is that a possibility? I really feel like it is. Instead, what we're doing is trying to dig into the parents' past, connect Summer's disappearance to Candace's sister's disappearance from another state 12 years ago, or connect the SA charges to put that on Summer, to say this is why people are doing the things that they do. I don't buy it when right in front of you are facts. There are facts. And now, thanks to Cam and Allie, we see another whole look of this property. And it is possible.
Yeah, it's always been possible. That's why I have it like at 20%. But maybe it's 25 now, because that little going up that path right there. I know, and I heard you guys also talk about how you've met them, and when you talk to them in person, you really feel like they're telling you the truth or whatever, or you feel differently. But what I want to ask is, didn't it bother you when they did that whole ruse with the, like that Don was abducted and Candus was able to pull that off with so much like finesse? It was incredible. Like stuff like, why would they take him to Boston? Putting that in there was incrediable. Like that is a high level trickery. So how do we know then that all this other stuff, because we've seen that when they're being interviewed, Don is being interviewed by voices and other people, they sound a certain way, but then we hear these other recordings that they behind the scenes where they're just totally different. So I'm trying to figure out like how are we able to tell for sure?
I kind of have a point of view on that might help a little bit with that, because so I was talking to them the night that all that happened. I was trying to figure out when we were going to be coming up there, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours before that, and they, it's no surprise, it's no secret that they were drinking and everything. So this is what I kind of asked when we got up there. So what was up with that? And what it sounds to me is it was more or less the rumor stuff. They were drinking, they were not thinking correctly, and it was an impulse thing. They thought would be funny, and it went too far. And because they've had so much rumor come against them, that's what it was explained to me. I'm not saying it was right by no way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I get the reason why. I understand the reason why. My thing is their ability to do it.
Yeah.
That was exactly. So well. What Candace did there, Chasing Truth and I were talking about it. Like, wow, there's no way this is fake. Look at this. Why would you say this? Why would you say that? It's just something you wouldn't. And it turns out it was all fake. That was incredible to me, to know that she had that ability to trick people like that.
Yeah, that's really where the concern is coming in for both of us. There's no way in the world we thought that could be acted out in such a manner by Candus, right? But she was able to do it, and I get it. She was drunk and she's bipolar. Maybe her medication mixing with the liquor. I have no idea. However, I've always made the assumption that Candus was not very sly. For her to be able to put those details in, not just the crying, the details, bringing him to Boston. What, Boston? Where did she get that? Where did that even come from? That baffled me. If somebody commented under one of my videos and said, oh, you're the one who gave her the idea about Boston because you talked about Whitey Bulger. I'm like, I'm going to go with no on that. I did not give her that idea. But I don't know.
It was a bit suspicious, though. I mean, Boston?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand where any of that came from. She is a great actress. That's all I'll say. And that bothered me.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It just really bothered me a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I was going to answer Gray about why we said what we did, because we made sure when we went up there to be early in the day before anybody was drinking, and we were made sure to be accompanied by people, so there was a third party. But when I spoke to them, like, there's some things I just feel like when you make direct eye contact with somebody, when you go up into a situation like that, you're looking for things. It's human nature. You're going to be like, well, he flinched a little bit. He did that here. I mean, when I asked him something, it wasn't like it was rehearsed or anything. It just flowed out, and he looked me dead in my eye. So I had the impression he was being truthful to me. But I wasn't going for interviews and stuff like that either. I wasn't trying to put him on a platform.
Yeah, but I think we've all felt that way. Like when you watch the interview with Don and Candus out in front of their house, and just various interviews where he's talking, I just go, man, I don't get heebie-jeebies whatsoever. I think one of the worst things that they ever did was that stupid ass prank. Although it sort of gave us a glimpse into something that they're able to do. So in a way, it helps a little bit, but it's their fault that they lost some. Some people probably just absolutely jumped ship of any kind of belief in them after that moment. And so, I'm one of those people. Everything became. I didn't even know what was true at all. Either of us did. Me and Tracy and Drew were talking about it. We actually literally just said, "What do we even do now?" Because what is even true after they were able to pull that off? That means every interview is questionable. Every single thing, So.
Yeah, and we can thank Cam and Allie for us even talking about the case again, because we weren't going to. We were slowly going to just back off because we felt like, wait, nothing at all is true now.
Mm-hmm.
That nothing even makes sense. We've got to move on to other things. So I don't know what the hell's happening here unless something new comes out. And their video really made me sit and think, oh, wait a minute. Okay, there are other ways.
And
I don't even want to focus on those two anymore. They're making me crazy after that phone call.
We were gonna go through a whole bunch of, all the old press conferences. We had already started doing that. Then they came out with that, and it's like, well, now we can't even use that as a base of a truthness, right? Like of truth.
You can't.
Yeah, so that's the part that
you really can't, and that's unfortunate because if she never did that, we would have thought, we would have been able to really listen with a clear mind to her interviews. But you can't now because I know that she's capable of this, and I'm thinking, okay, which one's the real her? Yes, she may have been drinking, but don't they say a drunk mouth speaks a sober mind? I don't know what the hell she was doing or why she did it. So I don't think it's a good enough excuse to say, oh, they wanted to know who the leak was or because they thought it would be funny. That's offensive to people who care about Summer's case because there's not one funny fucking thing in this entire situation.
Yeah.
We do make jokes. Yeah, everybody's named Candus. Everybody's named Don. People are out here spending time. I'm away from my family. Gray is away from his family. Cam and Allie are away from their kids. We're all putting in work. We want to know what happened to Summer. If you've got time to sit around and make prank phone calls, we have a problem. And if you think they're amusing, because they're not.
I remember I even said to you on I think I go, can you imagine if they all just turned to each other and high-fived each other after that call? And that's probably what happened now that it comes. And then it's just weird. Who even thinks of stuff like that?
I don't know, but it blew me away.
Yeah. You know, if it was handled, if it was handled differently, like if, say that evening, it was like, well, okay, I'm not in jail. This is what rumors do. That would have been a point that could have been made, but it wasn't done that way. It just kept going and going.
He should have come out immediately. Immediately. Yeah. Not waited for share, not done all this nonsense. None of this is funny. And I feel like there are some channels who are treating this like a sideshow. I don't like this whole thing anymore. I don't like any of this. There are other cases out here where the family is willing to come on and talk to every channel, every news station. It's as though we're putting on a TV show here for Don Wells. It's at the point now where it's no longer even a thought. You know, I don't know what is happening with this case. There are many other cases out here that need help. And if Don
I've never seen a case like
that he does.
Have you?
You never what?
I've never seen a case like this.
I've never seen a
case like where the parents are do what they're doing, and then there's people that do what they're doing. It just every bit of this is turned into that's why it's a big deal on social media. Because
now we're sitting around waiting for recorded phone calls. Like,
it's
what's he gonna say today?
It's like wrestling.
This is not okay. None of this is okay.
It's like WWE.
I don't know.
I think what keeps us holding on with this, especially as people from around here, is we had the Evelyn Boswell case last year, and we watched this mother, as soon as she was deceptive, TBI not only did they just not arrest her, but they came out on the media and said, no, that's not true at all. They called her out immediately with the deception. So I think it just shows, like when he's saying, unless they're taking a whole different approach, unless TBI is taking a whole different approach with this, when they come out and say, hey, we passed our polygraphs, that's what that's what Megan Boswell tried to do. She said, well, I'm pregnant. They tried to give me a polygraph, and I couldn't take it because I'm pregnant. TBI said, we never tried to give you anything. Why don't you come talk to us a little more? And so, that's, that it's not funny, but, that just shows how quick TBI is quick. They don't like that. They're not going to.
Maybe they are taking a different approach. Possibly. They might be taking a different approach with this.
Yeah.
And,
exactly.
Yep.
I think they're probably kicking ass behind the scenes. They've got a lot of stuff they're dialed in. They're really putting stuff together. I think it's really social media that's turned it into what it is, because if people weren't interviewing Don and recording him without his permission and playing things and just to get views and all kinds of weird shit like that. I think that's the kind of stuff that really starts turning cases into shit shows. Not to use that phrase, but that's the word that pops.
If we're going to talk to Don, if anybody's going to talk to him, just keep going over the timeline. Keep going over the timeline.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to know.
Going over.
It's what I want to know. God,
don't let him get off onto a tangent about what's going on in Utah, because it's not going to help Summer.
And it's not relevant.
And it isn't relevant to Summer's case.
Yeah.
His behavior in whatever way, they'll work that out in Utah. This is about keep him on track, and people are like, well, he doesn't stay on track. Keep him on track. That's your job.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like all of you guys that have the ability, like you guys have the ability to talk to him. Why not get with him and sit there and literally get every single bit of timeline? Like, okay, you got up in the morning. Okay, you got up in the morning, And then what did you do right after that? Did you get some coffee, and then you put some stuff in your car? You know, let him go through. Put in
the
the
minute
car,
he drifts off, you bring him back.
Yeah, and then you drove to work. And then when you're at work, do you remember where you were, like different places you went to? You know, different houses you worked on. Did you ever leave the property? Did you do that? Where'd you go for this one? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then when Candus was talking to you the whole way back, do you remember, was it the whole way, or was it really kind of like you drove 10 miles in and then you got a hold of Candus and then you were talking? Do you know what time that was? Ding, 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 ding. That's all I care about. I don't give, like I care about victims that he's affected, but it has nothing to do with Summer. It might show a propensity in him, but it doesn't help us find Summer at all. What helps find Summer is the timeline and finding the gaps, and then maybe figuring out where he was. But
his mind.
And TBI has all this stuff, so that's the whole thing, is they're going to have the timeline. They've got this. They know where the gaps are, right? They know exactly where these gaps are, every bit of it.
Right. This was our second trip down there. The first one we went over the timeline. We went to the what they call the horse farm, because it's beside the horse stables. I got up there with the tape measure to show just how deep it was. We went to the different places. I tried to follow that one. I didn't want to go up there and do the interview thing, because I told him, I said, y'all have enough platforms to talk on. I just didn't want to get involved with that one. I know it is important, but it's just, how that goes. Everybody sees there's already too many that they're talking on there.
But what's weird is every platform that's been able to talk to him hasn't spent that time yet. Exactly. Just like Chasing Truth said, he tries to veer, boom. No, hold on. Let's get back to this now.
Yep.
When you were right there, do you remember what, boom, 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 get through the whole damn day so we know what's going on. Okay.
We don't need to know about institutionalized and meals that you ate and when you drove your dad's truck. All of those things are great to be able to vent and talk about. And I understand his probable need to be able to do that right now, especially facing what he's facing and dealing with what he's dealing with. But that is not the purpose of him being here. We need to better understand and get this information out. Maybe somebody in that area, if Don's memory is sparked in some way, or Candus's memory is sparked in some way, that, I stopped at this gas station and I saw this guy, he was wearing whatever. We don't know who's watching this. We don't know who might say, shit, I was there that day too. We don't know. And right now, it's silence on the real media. We're only talking about it on Facebook and YouTube. So we're stuck. We're stuck. We're pegged into knowing this tiny bit of information and then hearing all this stuff about Don's past life.
And Candus is really the one that I think needs, that's, like Don, if he's involved, he's going to be absolutely not going to be willing to tell us anything. But Candus is the one that was with Summer the whole day, all the way up until the moment she was missing. So it's weird how after all these people have talked to her, it's never just been this amazing hour-long festival of getting, boom.
Yeah, I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm not here to pat you on your ass. God. I want the timeline. Let's talk.
Yeah.
One by... and Chris did a great job at making her look human. And I think she desperately needed that because she barely ever spoke. So he did do a great job. However, that timeline was not nailed down.
No.
They're standing by the water. It's noisy as shit. She's all over the place. She's talking. She's over there.
I think he was trying to test her too, see if she's telling the truth. You quickly jumping back to what flavors there were of slushies, right?
Yeah.
To see if
which were smart, very smart what he was doing, But now we're just 2 months out, and I don't know.
Like when they went back to the property, that would have been a great time to get every detail, I think, of the whole day again.
It's still possible. It's still possible.
I hope.
I want to make this clear too. I know our followers know this, but when we went up here, we went up there and we made it very very clear that we go wherever the evidence goes. We stand neutral, and you know, if it's not possible, that was the goal. If we went up there and something wasn't possible, we were going to show it wasn't possible. But you know, it turned out to be the other way. And you know, even with Don with that window that was tinted, I said, I'm going to take a picture of this. He's like, yeah, go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where we were saying everything was truthful, and that it was just like, here, did you see this? Hey, let me show you this trail. Nobody cared when I told them before, look at this trail.
Yeah, see, that's really annoying. And you know, from what we hear, and we know that Don is known to spin a tale or two. Yeah. But when he said immediately to them, she's been abducted, he said that they looked at him with such disgust and just like, you're a moron. Why are you even talking to us? Now, also, he said that there was an officer who came on the scene immediately and said a yellow car was speeding down the road. And Don said, my daughter could have been in that car.
Yeah.
Did they just not listen to him because of, you know, where the circumstance of where they are, what the property looks like, what they look like? Did they just kind of look at them like, these two assholes?
Hey, while we have a bunch of people on here, I gotta say something. On the video that I made yesterday, Summer does say, Candus says what type of slushy that Summer had, okay? I'm editing out everything except the timeline, but I came across that part about grocery shopping that was really nagging at me, so I just put the video out there before I'm done editing out all the other. I don't really give a damn what flavor slushies they had, everybody. I'm sorry. Okay, another thing, too, is somebody up there said, did they eat any food today? I don't know. But I would leave that out of a story, too. Like, I wouldn't sit there every second and say, well, I gave her a bag of Doritos, and, and don't forget the Slim Jim about 2 hours after that, and who the hell knows? I'm sure she had food that day. They were all going around. People just look for these little things, like you're trying to... There isn't a story every second all the time. Okay, it's
right. Yeah, and unless here's how Gray and I are. We might do a little theories on my show sometimes, but over here we really, really, really try to keep it to the facts. Does it matter if it matters to a parent? It matters to a mama.
Yeah.
If Summer ate that day, absolutely.
Yeah.
Does it matter to this case if Summer ate that day? No, it does not.
Yeah, but it's also this too. It's also just because somebody didn't mention the food in these interviews doesn't mean she didn't eat that day. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's the biggest point I'm trying to make. It's like people
they could have gone grocery shopping and she grabbed something as soon as her mother put the groceries in the car. My kids do. Yeah. Let them see a honey bun in there and they're going through the bags trying to get them. And I'm like, don't open that till we get home. And of course they do. That's what kids do.
And then there was people talking about the nutritional. That's all they had was slushies and Skittles. Oh my God! Listen, man. When I was a kid,
there are days.
There's kids. My wife. Listen, my wife just bought me these chocolate Twinkies, and I ate like 8 of them. Okay, in a row. I just sat there like this. It was a freaking freight train into my mouth. All right. So the thing is. Was it her fault? No, she just bought the damn things. Okay.
Right. My uncle's that way too. Don't let him buy.
Well, now here I got the reply already. But she's a kid and she didn't get to choose what was bought. Okay, listen. Kids like to eat candy. Okay. They're probably having a good time that day. I bet you there was some nutrition in some other food items that were eaten that day. Yeah.
Of course there were. Of course there were.
If you want to talk about factual too about that timeline. My wife brought this too, because that's where we stand too with what we do. And we had so many people say, "Oh, it was a doctor's appointment." We put out a timeline as well, just to show that these things can work out on that timeline. Is it perfect? No, but yes, everything can fit in there. But with the people were coming at us saying they had a doctor's appointment. They had to be. It wasn't a doctor's appointment. It was an emergency room visit. So
see?
It wasn't a scheduled thing.
And I knew that it wasn't, damn it. See? People were like, they had an appointment. They had to be there on time. No.
Well, see, also, if y'all remember, the cops after the speeding car going by thing, they didn't set up a roadblock for until 8 days later.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that's key too to remember about that, because I mean, 8 days later, I don't believe anybody's going to come through.
No, 8 days later, it should have been done immediately, and that's what Don was asking for, and nobody did it. He said, "Are we gonna let's shut the road down, or what are we doing?" And it didn't happen.
He told us it never had a look like that, like you were saying from that officer. He said it looked like, you know, a look that could kill him.
That's really frustrating.
It is.
It's really frustrating. I've got to stop at 4 here because I've got to go get Jace. So
thank you guys.
No, thank you for doing it. The videos were great. They're really good.
That was good stuff. Makes you think, wow, there's other options out there.
Yeah.
So good job, Crackin Cases.
Before this.
All right. Well,
all right, guys.
It's good talking to you. Thank you, everybody, for the support, and we'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They're nice people.
All right. Well, do you have to take off right now? I'll call you in a little bit if you have to go right this second. I'll thank everybody and. Yeah.
If you would, because I do have to go. I got to go grab Jace.
Was that signed for something?
No, it's just my things, and I have to pay the cable bill. Allegedly, I don't know. So
okay, but
I pay the cable bill. Yeah.
But I'm gonna end up calling you later, so you gotta, you know.
God.
Okay, I know. It sucks.
Thank you, LM.
Yeah, thanks everybody for the. Well, I got everybody on here. I'm going to read them off, all the names that send in super chats. And thanks everybody for joining the channel. If you want to join the channel, eventually we're going to be doing live streams.
Yeah.
We're
going to have panels.
Oh, yeah, where you get to call in and come on Zoom, of course.
But only members are allowed to do that, and I have the list, and I'll be checking it twice, so don't even try it if you're not a member.
Yeah, don't send the link to anybody.
Thank you, Claudia and Joanne. Yeah, don't send the link either, because I'm going to be like, are you on the list? You're not. You're out of here. You know, because you guys know I love panels.
Oh, God, panels. Every time I hear that word panels, I break out in
call-in shows.
I have hives when the word panel is mentioned.
Me too.
It's just panels. What do you mean panels? Gray, you do panels too. They said it. We do panel. This isn't panels. This is two people doing a Zoom show together.
Well, you do call-ins all the time, like a little lunatic. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? But thanks, Mama She. I don't know. I couldn't do it, but we are gonna do it.
I am liking this feature though. Don't you think? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this feature is pretty awesome. Thanks, Amanda. All right, I gotta go, so I'm gonna hop off. You can thank everybody, all the things. Bye, guys.
All right, have a good one. Bye-bye. I guess we could have been on this one at that part, but anyways, thanks everybody. Thank you to Carol Clark, Reluctant Healer, Quantum Discord, Francine, Tawny Lee, Brady Bradford, Mandy L, Linda Noble, Excess Country, Mandy L, Tony A, Kristen Cure, Sarah M, Patty Barnett, Good Clara, Emily Flotilla, Patty Barnett, Golly, Katya, Emily Flotilla, and anybody, Mama, She 13, Joanne Price, Claudia Dubauer, LMLM, and there you go. Yeah, well, I was flipping crap to XX Country earlier because she said that she hates the delay, but I was like, are you kidding me? There's 30, you can't wait 30 seconds? That's funny. Oh, you're hiding now? All right. Well, anyways, hope you guys found that interesting. I thought it was really interesting, those other paths. The one that I think that probably is would have the best chance of being from a predator would be this one right here, because it looked like you could drive up here, turn around, park the car facing out, and you saw them pull in, so they're not going to leave anytime soon. And then you walk up that trail right there and then wait. Maybe she gets on that swing. You know, when you watch the swing, she's facing the house, right? So then maybe sprints up there, and grabs her off of it. And then just right back down to that car. I mean, I bet you that would take a minute and a half maybe. Not even that. I mean, you could just zip up, zip out, done. And thank you, Jamie Howard and Piper Laney. And thanks, everybody, for... There's nowhere to see who joined. Let me try it, though. Usually it's from the day before. Yeah, they don't have them in there. So, unfortunately... Well, we've got 108, so maybe they are in here. Hold on. Was it... Yeah, I think these might be them. Hold on. So, Amanda, Locklear, Nisi, A Blank Slate, Carla Wren, Kristen Cure, Jacqueline Paul, and Amy Kessinger. There you go. Awesome. Anyways, you guys liking the show so far? You know, even though, she can be pretty mean to me. Have you noticed? Poor Gray. Oh, I know you guys feel bad for me. Yeah, I never went down the routes where I'm looking into, various people. I just try to put things together. But here's what I'm going to tell you guys. The video that I made yesterday on my channel, the reason that it's a big deal, a lot of you seem to miss the point on it. You think that Candus is just bad with time. Okay, normally I would say that. If she just said, oh yeah, I went grocery shopping for 5 minutes, she was out, blah, 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 blah. I would be okay with that, but that's not what she did there. She actually clarified and showed why it was short. She said she went in there for 5 minutes, and because she only got milk and maybe some cheese. So that means that she's very sure of the amount of time. Hunter says an hour, but it was a little, or just a little bit of time. It wasn't that long, he said. So Hunter's the one that's off on this stuff. So the thing is she didn't just say, it wasn't like the 3 to 5 minutes where Candus went inside the house to look for Summer. It wasn't that, because that had nothing for her to base on how quick it was. I think it was 35, 40 minutes with that one. This one, though, she said, yeah, I just ran in the store really quick, got some milk and out. Boom. So she had it in her mind. So the thing is I think if there were a bunch of groceries, so much groceries that all the kids were needed to unload them, that it's possible they literally, well, if I say literally, that means I'm lying because I put an LY at the end, that they actually went somewhere else shopping after even the image that you see of her in the vehicle. I think it's possible they went somewhere else and bought groceries, then went home after the photo you see. All right. Well, that's that's just my opinion. I guess we'll have to wait and see what comes out. Yeah, but you don't have a clue, Lisa. What I'm trying to tell you is she just told you why it was a short entrance into the store. She said to get milk. And then the next time she says, well, milk and cheese, and a couple other things, and then boom. I guarantee it, that was a short trip in there. That just doesn't make sense that you would throw in qualifying items to show how short it was. It's not similar to 3 to 5 minutes is all it took when Summer went into the house. I think she is, I guarantee it, wasn't that doting over Summer every second of every day. That's all stuff she put in there to make her feel like she wants people to believe that she was a very, almost like a helicopter mom. And that's just not true. I guarantee it, that's not true. I think that a lot of the stuff that was said there was for that purpose. But the shopping, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one, everybody. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Well, that's it, you guys. Thank you for showing up. Looks like, hey, I held on to 850 of you for a few minutes. Yeah, and I think the link to both of our channels is in the description if you aren't aware of our other channels. Her and I are going to be covering, we're going to do the Delphi case at some point, but we're going to switch over and start doing the Murdoch case, probably on Sunday this week. All right, we're going to start over from the beginning. I've been covering it on my channel, but I think a lot of people are going to be really interested in it because it's crazy. It's just gotten crazier and crazier and crazier. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. And as I always say, until next time, I don't have my hat on, but be safe out there. All right. All right. Now, how do I get out of here? Is it this one? No, this one.
So mean.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah, and hit that like button. All right, before you get out here, hit that like. We only got 580 likes. Man, you guys suck. Hit it. Hit that like button, 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 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, hit that like button, 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 20, 25, 30, 30, now 5, I'm 35. All right, thank you. All right, you guys. Be safe out there.